Hey, how's it going, everybody? JJ Wilson is here, and welcome to another JJ Starwind's Corner, episode 30. Now, this is a request video. Shout out to Azrael KW. He wanted me to talk about the situation that happened with Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Antonio Brown. For those that haven't heard by now, he decided to leave off the field mid-game and decided to make a butthole out of himself by taking off his pads as well as his jersey and tossing some of those uniforms out into the stands and waving his hands up and down, like getting the crowd hyped for his grand exit, so to speak. So from the gist of things that I got looking at various videos, the whole reason behind him doing that was because he was upset with not only Tom Brady but also the coaching staff for not getting enough passes in the game. And if he had maybe one more reception, just maybe one or two more receptions, he would have got $1 million more in the game. Just $1 million more. So the guy is clearly money driven. That's one major problem I see with this dude. Very, very driven by money. And because of that, he just kind of got fed up and he just decided to do what he wanted to do and stop playing. And the head coach, Bruce Arians, asked him more than once to come back on the field. So he was giving him chances even after that antic coming back into the game because the Bucs were losing to the Jets, of all teams. They were actually losing, but they did come back and win without him. So I guess it wasn't necessary to get him back in the field like that. So that just goes to show you Tampa's still a strong team this year. But yeah, why don't we do this? I pulled up his Wikipedia. And we're just going to go down the paragraph to where it says controversies. So just one moment here. Because this is not the first time Antonio Brown has had issues with many different people on and off the field. So let's go down the paragraph. I won't read every sentence, but let's just go down. So this is when he was with the Steelers. During and before the 2018 season, he was embroiled in numerous incidents in addition to causing tension within the Steelers organization. This was off the field, he tossed furniture out of his 14th floor apartment in April 2018 and it almost hit a 22-month-old kid from below. And he has been caught speeding on Pittsburgh highways. He was later sued for the April incident and he reached a settlement with the family of the child, in April 2019. In February 2019, a judge ruled him guilty of reckless driving in the speeding incident, and he received a fine. Oh, this next one is a doozy, y'all. I remember this one. In September 10th, 2019, Brown's former trainer, Brittany Taylor, who he was dating at the time, filed a lawsuit alleging he was sexually assaulting her on 3 different occasions. First, she claimed that he exposed himself to her, climaxed on her, and raped her. I remember that story. That dude was going crazy in the video, man. I think it was on Instagram. That's how it got leaked online. It was on Instagram. Oh my gosh. So Antonio Brown and his legal team denied the allegations, of course. On September 18th, the Allegheny County District Attorney's Office announced Brown would not be prosecuted because Taylor's accusations were outside the state statute of limitations. The civil suit continued. On September 16th, a second woman accused him of sexual misconduct. Separately, Victor Prisk, a Pittsburgh-based doctor who Brown worked with while the Steelers, also sued Brown for $11,500 in unpaid fees. A settlement between Brown and Taylor was agreed upon in April 2021. I did not know that. So they reached a settlement. So that incident is over. Let's see. On January 13, 2020, following several domestic incidents, which the police were called to Brown's home in Hollywood, Florida. Oh yeah, this was leaked online too. With the Hollywood Police Department stated they no longer want Brown to be associated with their youth league. The Hollywood Police Department returned a check from Brown and issued a trespass order preventing him from being involved with their youth league while saying in a statement, "We do not want him to continue to affect our youth or influence them in a negative way." Days later, January 21st, it was reported that Brown and an accomplice had attacked a moving truck driver at home. Glenn Holt, working as Brown's trainer, was arrested, while a warrant for Brown's arrest was issued a day later with a felony charge of battery and burglary. He later termed himself in a night later on January 23rd, 2020. Brown was officially charged with felony burglary of a vehicle, misdemeanor battery, and misdemeanor criminal mischief on March 20th, 2020. On June 12th, Brown pleaded no contest to the felony battery and burglary charges and received 2 years of probation. He also ordered to undergo 100 hours of community service, a 13-week anger management counseling program, and psychological evaluation. Well, clearly that didn't help because he's still over here acting a nutcase. And we saw that on the field on Sunday. What day was that? January 2nd. So clearly none of this counseling and stuff has really had any effect of Antonio Brown. I was watching a couple of videos too. First, this kind of cringe channel called Before They Were Famous, because the reason why I say that is they be talking about these athletes and these celebrities, and it's like, why these guys are so happy? Like they're so extra about it too. They have to play cheerful music and they're describing their life story, and it's like, come on now. Y'all being extra about this. But anyway, like, the dude grew up a wild child, basically, guys. Like, there's little you can do about saving a wild child. Okay, so at first I thought the guy was born, like, literally poor, but turns out his dad was a former football player named Eddie Brown. And he was considered one of the best arena wide receivers in the game. So his skills is something that's a little more genetic and given to him, you know, through hereditary means, right? Because of his dad, he was a great wide receiver. And so even though this guy didn't make it to the NFL, the reason why him and his father eventually separated was because his dad got caught up with the law. He ended up going to prison. And because of that, Antonio had no place to stay, so he had to go back to his mom. Him and his mother didn't really see eye to eye on things, and she kicked him out when he was about 15 years old, I think. Maybe a little younger than that. It's almost a similar story to NBA ball player Jimmy Butler. And Jimmy Butler definitely had his episodes too, but this dude is a lot more tame compared to Antonio Brown. I mean, the stuff that Terrell Owens did, as well as Randy Moss, especially with the mooning incident, when Randy Moss faked pulling his pants down in front of the Packer fans after he scored a touchdown back in 2005. Like, the stuff that Antonio Brown has done on and off the field pales in comparison. The stuff that he did, like, magnifies everything that Terrell Owens and Randy Moss has done. It's that crazy. So I guess the question rises, does he need help? Well, he was getting help. People keep saying he needs help, but Antonio Brown was getting help. We just read the article saying he was getting counseling classes and anger management classes, and clearly that hasn't worked because he's still acting a fool out here. So apparently he's beyond saving at this point. What can you do other than to not let him play NFL football anymore? And people were cracking jokes like, hey, man, by the time the next football season comes, he'll be working at McDonald's. And that might be the case because he's been getting classes. He's been getting help off the field, and it ain't working all this time. It's not working for him. So tell me what you guys think. I mean, I've read the controversies on Wikipedia. I don't know if this dude is going to be helped at all. Like, whether he gets signed to another NFL team, I guess he's lucky because he's given chance after chance after chance, and yet none of this stuff is working. None of these methods of trying to calm him down is working. No woman has calmed him down. Mind you, he now has 6 kids by like 3 different or 4 different women. So women definitely don't calm him down. That might actually be another episode. How so-called women calm you down when they really don't calm you down. I'll have to break that down too in the future. So women can't calm him down. Money can't calm him down. Counseling doesn't calm Antonio Brown down. What will calm this guy down other than no longer playing football and saying, oh, wait a minute, I done screwed up with my life. I done made an ass out of myself so many times that nobody wants to help me out anymore. But yeah, you tell me what you guys think, and I'll be out. See you later.